Hey there, friends. Welcome back to the channel, your cozy corner for tips on living healthier, happier, and wiser as we embrace our golden years. I'm so glad you're here today because we're diving into something really close to my heart. The title of today's video says it all: why most people regret not doing this before age 70. Now, I'm not here to lecture or make you feel bad about the past. No way. I'm here as your friend, maybe like that neighbor who's been through a few things and just want to share what I've learned. I was chatting with an old friend the other day, and we started talking about life. How fast it goes, right? 1 minute you're raising kids, working hard, chasing dreams, and then boom, you're looking at 60, 65, or even 70 in the rear view mirror. My friend said something that stuck with me. He said, "I wish I'd known what really mattered back then." And I thought, wow, don't we all feel that way sometimes? Today, we're going to talk about the one thing, yes, just one thing, that so many people wish they prioritized before hitting 70. It's not about money, not about fancy vacations, not even about checking off some big bucket list. It's deeper than that. It's about living in a way that leaves you with no regrets, feeling strong, joyful, and at peace with yourself. Curious? Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll have some practical ideas to make sure you don't look back and say, if only I'd done that. Oh! And if you find this helpful, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps spread these ideas to more people like us. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button so we can keep this conversation going. All right, let's get into it. So, what's this one thing that people regret not doing before 70? It's not complicated, but it's powerful. Taking care of your health, body, mind, and soul intentionally every single day. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Really? That's it? I've heard this before. But hear me out, because it's not just about eating kale or hitting the gym. It's about making small, meaningful choices that add up to a life where you feel vibrant, connected, and ready to enjoy every moment. Let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I met a woman named Susan at a community health talk. She was 72, sharp as a tack, and had this glow about her, like she was still 50. I asked her, "Susan, what's your secret?" She laughed and said, "I wish I'd started caring about myself sooner." She told me that in her 50s, she was so busy raising her kids and working that she ignored her health. She ate on the go, barely slept, and never made time for herself. By 60, she was tired all the time, dealing with aches and pains, and feeling like life was slipping away. But then, something clicked. Susan decided she wasn't going to let her 60s define her. She started walking every morning, not marathons, just 20 minutes around her neighborhood. She swapped soda for water, added veggies to her meals, and started reading books that lifted her spirits. Most importantly, she made time to connect with friends and family. By 70, she felt better than she had in decades. She said, "If I'd started those habits at 50, I can't imagine how much stronger I'd be now." That's what I mean by taking care of yourself intentionally. It's not about perfection. It's about progress. And trust me, I've been there, making excuses thinking, I'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow turns into next year. And before you know it, you're 70, wishing you'd acted sooner. So, why do so many people regret not prioritizing their health earlier? I think it's because we don't realize how much our daily choices shape our future. In our 40s and 50s, we feel invincible, don't we? We think, I'll deal with that extra weight later. Or, I don't need to exercise, I'm fine. But those little decisions compound. They're like planting seeds. If you plant good ones, you grow a garden of energy and joy. If you don't, well, you might end up with weeds, aches, fatigue, and missed opportunities. I read a study recently. Don't worry, I won't bore you with numbers, but it said that people over 65 often regret not staying active or eating better when they were younger. They wish they'd taken care of their joints, their heart, their mental health. Why? Because by 70, those choices catch up. You might want to travel, play with your grandkids, or start a new hobby. But if your body or mind isn't up for it, it's heartbreaking. Let me share something personal. My dad was my hero growing up. He worked hard, always had a smile, loved fishing, but he didn't take care of himself. He smoked, ate whatever was quick, and never saw a doctor. By 68, he could barely walk a block without getting winded. I remember him saying, "I should have listened to your mom about those vegetables." It broke my heart because I know he wanted to do so much more. Take us on trips, teach my kids to fish. That's when I promised myself I'd make different choices. Okay, so how do we take care of ourselves in a way that leaves no regrets? I like to think of it as 3 pillars: your body, your mind, and your soul. Let's break it down, because this is where the magic happens. First, your body. This is the vehicle that carries you through life, right? If you don't maintain it, it's like driving a car with no oil. It'll break down. But taking care of your body doesn't mean you need to run a marathon or give up ice cream forever. It's about small, sustainable changes. Start with movement. I'm not saying you need a gym membership. Unless that's your thing, go for it. But something as simple as a daily walk can change everything. There's this doctor, Dr. Mike, who I follow online, and he says walking 20 minutes a day can cut your risk of heart disease, diabetes, even depression. 20 minutes. That's one episode of your favorite show. I started walking with my dog, Max, every morning, and let me tell you, it's not just good for my body. It's my favorite part of the day. Then there's food. I'm not here to tell you to eat like a rabbit, but think about balance. Add 1 vegetable to every meal. Maybe spinach in your eggs or carrots with your sandwich. Swap 1 soda for water. My friend Linda did this, and in a year, she lost 20 pounds without even trying. She said she felt like she was 40 again. Sleep is huge, too. I used to think staying up late was no big deal, but now I know better. Aim for 7 to 8 hours. It's like recharging your battery. And don't skip those doctor visits. A checkup can catch things early, like high blood pressure or cholesterol, so you can fix them before they steal your energy. Here's a quick tip. Pick one thing to try this week. Maybe it's a 10-minute walk, drinking more water, or scheduling that doctor's appointment you've been putting off. Small steps add up. Trust me. Next, your mind. This one's so important, especially as we get older. A healthy mind keeps you sharp, curious, and happy. But life can weigh us down. Stress, worry, even boredom. I've had days where I felt stuck, like I was just going through the motions. Anyone else feel that way? One thing that helps is staying curious. Learn something new. It doesn't have to be big. Maybe it's gardening, playing an instrument, or even watching YouTube tutorials on cooking. My neighbor, Tom, started learning Spanish at 62, and now he's chatted with his grandkids in 2 languages. He says it keeps his brain young. Another game changer is gratitude. I know it sounds cheesy, but it works. Every night, I write down 3 things I'm thankful for, like a good cup of coffee, a call from my daughter, or just a sunset. It shifts your focus from what's wrong to what's right. There's research that says gratitude can lower stress and make you sleep better. Who doesn't want that? And don't be afraid to talk about your feelings. In our culture, especially for men, we're taught to bottle things up. But if you're stressed or sad, reach out to a friend, a pastor, or even a therapist. I started seeing a counselor in my 50s, and it was like lifting a weight off my chest. It's not weak to ask for help. It's brave. Finally, your soul. This is about connection and purpose. What makes you feel alive? For some, it's faith, going to church, praying, or reading scripture. For others, it's nature, volunteering, or spending time with family. Whatever it is, it's what fills your heart. I think one of the biggest regrets people have is not nurturing relationships. We get so busy, we let friendships fade or skip family dinners. But those connections are what matter most. My Aunt Mary used to say, "You don't remember the overtime you worked, but you remember the laughs with your kids." She was right. Try this. Call someone you haven't talked to in a while. Not a text, a real call. I did this last week with an old college buddy, and we talked for an hour. It was like no time had passed. Or make time for your grandkids. Play a game. Tell them stories. Those moments are gold. Purpose is big, too. Maybe you're tired or your kids are grown and you're wondering, what now? Find something that lights you up. Volunteer at a food bank, join a book club, or start a garden. My friend Sarah started knitting blankets for charity at 67, and she says it's given her a new spark. So why start now? Now, you might be thinking, I'm already in my 50s or 60s. Is it too late? No way. That's the beauty of this. It's never too late to start. Every small choice you make today is like a gift to your future self. Imagine being 70, 75, even 80, and feeling strong enough to travel, play golf, or dance at your grandkid's wedding. That's what we're building toward. I love what the poet Mary Oliver said. Tell me, what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life? That question hits hard, doesn't it? Your life is precious, and you deserve to live it fully, not just surviving, but thriving. Finally, overcoming obstacles. I know it's not always easy. Life throws curveballs. Maybe you're dealing with a health issue, money's tight, or you're just tired. I get it. When I started walking every day, there were mornings I wanted to stay in bed, but I told myself just 5 minutes. And once I started, I kept going. If time's an issue, sneak in healthy habits. Do stretches while watching TV, or blend a smoothie for breakfast. If motivation's low, find a buddy, walking with a friend makes it fun. And if you're not sure where to start, talk to your doctor or check out free resources online. There's so much out there to help you. All right, friends, we've covered a lot today, haven't we? I hope you're feeling inspired to take care of yourself, your body, mind, and soul. Starting right now, the one thing people regret not doing before 70 is prioritizing their health, because it's a foundation for everything else. You deserve to feel strong, happy, and ready for whatever life brings. Here's my challenge for you. Pick one small thing to try this week. Maybe it's a walk, a gratitude journal, or calling a friend. Whatever it is, do it for your future self. The one who wants to look back and say, I'm so glad I started. And let me know how it goes in the comments. I read every single one, and I love hearing from you. If this video spoke to you, please give a thumbs up. It helps more people find these ideas. And share it with someone you care about. Maybe a friend or a family member who needs a little nudge to live healthier. Oh, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so we can keep sharing this journey together. We got so much more to talk about. Thank you for spending this time with me. You're not just viewers, you're like family. Let's keep growing wiser and healthier together. Until next time, take care of yourself because you're worth it. See you soon.